excited to see you. Thanks for coming.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited.
Excited to see your brain.
Yes, I'm very excited.
It's going to be very interesting.
I can't wait to see what's in there.
Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you for having me. I'm so honored. I really am.
What's your goal?
I'm committed at this point to changing every aspect of my life to heal my brain. Like, even after just watching all of your content, all your videos, I've learned so much. I completely stopped drinking. I've changed my whole diet. So I'm very committed. So I'm really just looking to you for answers of just like the mechanics, I guess, of like what happened to my brain. And I'm curious to see if that reflects in the scan and what I can do to heal it and show other people that like they can heal their brain as well.
So I have lots of ideas. And trauma comes to live in your brain. And for a lot of people, it stays, just like you said, even though it happened years before. Because every age we are still lives in our brain. And if you don't manage the trauma, if you don't deal with the trauma, then the 4-year-old, the scared 4-year-old girl, can begin to run the show. And that's why I'm so glad you're working on, okay, how do I take care of this so it doesn't have to impact my relationships? Mm-hmm. And it doesn't have to impact when you become a mom,
right,
if that's what you want, that you don't have to repeat this.
I think that's
pattern.
a big thing for me, honestly.
Overall, our job is really to work on your mood. Want to see your scan?
I'm kind of nervous.
So we did a study called SPECT, and SPECT looks at blood flow and activity. It looks at how your brain works. And it basically shows us 3 things: areas of your brain that work well, areas of your brain that are low in activity, and areas of your brain that are high in activity, okay? And here's an example of a really healthy brain. The image on the left, we're looking at the outside surface. Color doesn't matter, it's really the shape. If you look at the red, white, and blue ones, blue is average activity. Red is the top 15%, white is the top 8%. And you see there's a lot of activity here. It's an area called the cerebellum. It's got half the brain's neurons. So this is your brain. See where the arrow is? It's low, right here. So you don't have holes in your brain. What the hole means is it's sleepy. It's low in blood flow. I don't like that.
So what is that affecting?
Well, so the front part of your brain is like the boss at work. It's called the executive part of the brain because it's involved with things like forethought and judgment, impulse control, organization, planning, empathy, learning from the mistakes you make. And when it's sleepy here, sometimes you might be impulsive and say something you shouldn't say, or maybe do something you shouldn't do. It's not thinking about making the best decision.
Does it have anything to do with fear or like worry?
Well, it controls your emotional brain. And when this is sleepy, it can actually go with depression because it can't put a lid on your emotional brain, which is overactive. Mm-hmm. Have you ever had a head injury?
Yes. I got in a dirt bike accident when I was like 12 or 13, 14, 15, something like that.
Tell me.
I just was riding a dirt bike without a helmet, like a dumb person. And and I wrecked it and I flipped it and like hit my face on a 4x4. And yeah, I was just like unconscious for a bit.
Okay, so that's a big deal. That totally can explain this. And if it happened when you were 12 or 13, and then life really went to hell after that.
Really went down the...
Even though your stepdad was sort of irritating the whole time, mm-hmm. that could have accelerated it. Now, we look at the image on the right. So let's go back to the healthy image. Lots of activity in the back. For you, you have good activity in the back. But if you look here, you have what we call the diamond pattern, where your cingulate is working too hard. This is where you worry, where you get a thought in your head and tend to go over and over. And if things don't go a certain way, you can get upset.
Oh my God, yes.
And you're anxious and sad. But if you connect these areas, looks like a diamond. That's past emotional trauma that continues to live in your brain. And what EMDR does, that's a specific psychological treatment for trauma. They'll get you to therapists will get you to talk about these things. And while they do, they'll get your eyes to go back and forth. The emotion will come up, but then it'll dissipate and it won't come back. It's cool. It's really helpful. I did a study on police officers who were involved in shootings and they had trauma and they couldn't go to work. Well, all of them went back to work. And when I scanned them again, the diamond pattern calmed down. We can balance this. This can be better. We just have to do the work. And then if I scanned you like 4 months or 6 months from now, your brain can be better. But I want you to love your brain and never hurt it.
That's what I'm trying to do.
What are you thinking?
A lot. It's like I feel really validated. I don't want to cry.
You know I'm a psychiatrist, that's part of the deal.
So it's just like it's a happy feeling because it's like I'm on such the path of like I am so determined to undo what's been done, and like let other people know that they can undo it, and also just how serious it is. Like it's real. It's you know, I think I was just told for so many years that like nothing happened, you know, and so like just to have that validation means a lot. And to just learn more about it. It's something I'm so interested in and so passionate about. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing results and healing it and it not looking like that anymore.
Questions?
How long do you feel like it will take to feel more normal?
Like I have a plan for you and you're gonna feel better. But nobody just gets better. They're better and then not so much, and then better still and not so much, and then better still. When you have bad days, I want you to turn them into good data. And so whenever you have a bad day, I want you to be curious about it, not furious. Because what happens for a lot of people is they try it and it works, and then it doesn't, and then they say to hell with it and they stop trying.
Right.
And I don't want you to do that.
I promise you I won't do that.
I want you to be, we are going to take a class in Abby and be like detectives on what really helps and what's not so useful. Because what we have to do is get your nervous system settled, calm.
Mm-hmm. That's a big thing that my doctors
Because
were
if you're
talking
having
about.
like a lot of tension and pain, it's not good for your relationship.
They said like my central nervous system is very in like a scared state, like a heightened.
It's absolutely what I see.
I am like so looking forward to like this journey. I've been waiting oh my gosh, the wait to see you. I've been so excited. Oh my gosh, I've talked about it so much. I'm like, I've told everyone in my family, I'm like, this doctor, I'm like, you guys, we got to get healthy. We got to do this. Can't be doing all this stuff. It's hurting your brain. It's hurting your blood flow. You got to get that. You got to get it rolling.
I love this.
Yeah.
We have our cheerleader.